Police officers wounded in a confrontation with tavern patrons in Mbombela, and Mabuda Fasi says over half of South Africa's rivers are under threat. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. Several people, including police officers, have been seriously wounded in a confrontation between police and patrons at a tavern in Matsulu outside Mbombela, Mpumalanga. This happened after the police, on a crime prevention mission, ordered a tavern owner to close, saying he was trading long past the time that it prescribed in the license conditions. The patrons then allegedly started throwing bottles at the police. The Mpumalanga police spokesperson Lena Hlati says an attempted murder case is being investigated.
There were squabbles that arose between the police and the owners. The patrons also joined, and that erupted the talks. The patrons started to throw bottles, stones, and any other objects that they could lay their hands on to the police. 3 policemen were injured in this process. One of them was hospitalized, and a police vehicle was also damaged. Then in that process also there were patrons that, issued firearms or produced firearms and started firing at the police.
The Water and Environmental Affairs Deputy Minister, Rejoice Mabuda Fasi, says over half of South Africa's rivers and wetlands ecosystems are threatened. She's been speaking at the launch of the Atlas of Freshwater Ecosystem Priority Areas in Pretoria. The Atlas will provide an insight into areas that are essential for sustaining the health of ecosystems. Maps had been developed for each of the 19 water management areas in South Africa. Mabuda Fasi explains.
I think the atlas that we're launching today, it assists us to identify all the wetlands that we have and those that have got a problem that needs more attention. But however, the Working for Wetlands has really assisted us because some of the communities are now benefiting from those wetlands.
South African author Ian Martins is denying allegations of racism in his controversial novel, whose title includes the K-word. He says the title of the book, which was released earlier this year, is what's causing the controversy. Martins insists that the title is meant to provoke discussion and not hate speech. The Human Rights Commission received an inquiry about the book, which was published earlier this year. The commission is investigating the allegations. Martins explains.
I'm not a racist, and in the book there might be scenes or incidents where people interact, and I suppose it could be construed as racist talk, but it's not. It's nothing extreme. I think what people might have objected purely on the grounds of the title.
And the Tobacco Institute of South Africa says about 280 billion rand is lost worldwide in tax revenue annually due to the illicit trade in tobacco products. This has emerged at an anti-illicit trade conference in Cape Town. Delegates from 20 countries, including the UK, US, and the UAE, are attending the 3-day conference. The CEO of the Institute, Francois van der Merwe.
What we basically do is to share experiences to see how big the problem is globally, what actions and plans different governments take in collaboration with the industry worldwide and in Africa, and what are the best practices so that we can share that and we can also build relationships between the private sector and the government, because this illicit trade in tobacco products is a problem that is growing.